Suddenly, to my surprise...
Happy Halloween, all you spooky dudes and dudettes. ToyShiz here, and I'm back again with another fresh look. Finally, I walked into a Target store days before Halloween and managed to finally find this amazing NECA Toys Trick or Treat Sam figure. One of those figures that I have been really looking forward to. I'm a huge fan of the movie. Went through leaps and bounds to finally find that dang movie on DVD when it was first released, but I absolutely love that Sam is this new character that joins the ranks of Freddy and Jason and all the other Halloween type horror icons because he's just so dang lovable, but so dang creepy looking as well. He does come in this clamshell style packaging, which is resealable if you do it correctly. Just be very careful. I, however, wasn't really paying attention and snapped the plastic. Wasn't really going to keep it anyway, it's just not my thing. But it is resealable if you so choose to keep him like that or open him up, let him breathe a little bit. He is in the 8-inch scale. The figure comes out around the 5-inch mark. Fully soft good clothes all around. Burlap sack head, burlap sack, and then a little accessory that he does use in the movie. On the back side of the packaging, you get a really nice little Halloween type bio. You get to see everyone that worked on the actual figure, which I really do appreciate. I love when NECA does that. So shout out to everyone that worked on this amazing toy. I am so excited. I saw this back at Toy Fair and instantly knew. I'm like, yep, he's going on the old NECA horror shelf. So let's go over in full detail the accessories, the articulation, the full Halloween enchilada. This is the brand new NECA Toys Trick or Treat movie, Sam. And while I have all you guys here, I just want to say thank you so much for always tuning in to ToyShiz, whether it be on my Instagram, Twitter, or even here on my YouTube channel. I very much appreciate the support, and I hope you look forward to each and every day waking up to the greatest toy and pop culture news, because I sure do have a blast telling you about it. Make sure to follow me, and if you like this video, do all that good stuff that shows me that you like what you're seeing. Now, let's talk toys. So to start off the accessories, you do get a burlap sack with Sam, which he does carry around in the movie, and I like this little stitching right here. You get the extra little sewables. Maybe he's ripped and torn the bag from all his victims over these long Halloween days. It's got a rope around. I like this extra little texture. It's something that just kind of gives it that, yeah, burlap sacky look. You know what I mean? It looks worn, it looks used. You can actually undo the tie right here, and it's just a simple knot, and the bag actually does open. So that's actually really cool, and you could stack it and fill it with all kinds of NECA type goodies in there. You could put a couple heads, whatnot. Seals up nicely when you are done with it. Just kind of go ahead and retie it, and bingo bango. There you go. You got Sam's burlap sack. Now, the one extra bonus to this bag is that there appears to be a little bit of some bendy wire inside the bag, which can give it all kinds of little twistables and like he's dragging it on the ground, something like that. So it's a nice little extra touch that they sewed into the bag, and I do very much appreciate it. It's a well-made accessory, very, very cool, and totally one that's made for Sam. If you've seen the movie, you definitely know what this is. This is a little candy sucker that he can also use as a very deadly weapon. Who would have known that candy could be so dangerous? But it's got the nice little chunk taken out of the side, nice little pumpkin face on him, and all the paint wraps around, sort of in a candy cane style. It has some black here and there, but it does really look like worn, or the candy is kind of deformed, melted, something like that. So actually don't mind it on there. I would say the one thing, just be very careful. It's a very thin, very sort of brittle sort of deal. So when you are putting it in his hand, or if you were to fall over, just be careful. You don't want it to snap right there at the tippity top. But it's a very cool accessory, and much like the burlap sack bag, one that is very, very important to the character of Sam. Which of course brings us to the spirit of Halloween himself. Oh, Samhain or Samhain, or hey, you know what? Just call him Sam for short. This is a very fun holiday figure, and he looks fantastic from the burlap sack down to his little costume pajamas, his little shoes. They just knocked it out of the park. I love his gloved hands. It's just a very, very cool figure. His other hand is sculpted to hold the candy, and he holds it very, very well, which I'll show you in just a second. But overall, he looks like he popped straight out of the movie. You cannot get better. He's all weathered and his little costume's a little bit dirty here and there. He's got the butt flap for his pajamas, and it's just a so cool figure. I absolutely love this. And like I said, seeing it on display, I knew firsthand. I'm like, oh man, that's another winner right there. Right here, you can see all the stitched pockets. You can see the burlap bag face, the little eyes. You can see all the stitching is great from the top to the bottom. That looks fantastic, his side profile. I love the button eyes. Little bit of where they kind of do the molds. You can kind of clip that. I might end up doing that if you can kind of see the little pieces right there are still on the eyes. So if you wanted to clip that, if yours has it, by all means, you could do that. I like how the neck kind of folds into the burlap sack. His costume is Velcroed on the back, which you can just fix. I imagine that, yes, you could remove this costume if you wanted to, but you know what? That'd be weird. Why would you do that? Now, for the articulation, he is incredibly articulated. Like, you can't go wrong with this. You could do like, hey, waving. His arms go all the way up. He's got rotation at the wrist. Nothing is loose, but everything is just movable, which is fantastic for a NECA figure. He does have a waist swivel underneath the pajamas, but doesn't have a ab crunch. He can kick out about that much. He does have single jointed knees, and he's got these really cool, interesting slippers right there. He does not have ankle pivot, but it does just go up and down just like that. And I will say this, I got to give it to him. For a 5-inch scale figure right here, the pajamas don't look bunched up. They don't look like he's getting that Mezco bulge or anything like that. This falls really elegantly on this figure, on the skeleton of the figure. So I have to give him that. It looks amazing. Now you're probably wondering, for the last little tidbit, his head does rotate. Is there something underneath there? Let's go ahead. Let's check this out. If you've already seen the background, yes. Simply do is just pull the knot right here, undo the rope, which comes off, and then slowly peel back. Sam. Oh man, that's my first time seeing this. I just pulled that off now. That is creepy. That is horrifying. And it's just Sam in every situation you could see. I thought for a second, oh, he does have a bit of a movable jaw. So that's really, really cool. You can get in there and see all the little paint in the eyes. He's got X's on the eyes, which are creepy. His skin, everything pulled back for his little jack-o'-lantern head. If you couldn't already tell, I highly recommend this figure. This is a lot of fun, and still, even being Halloween, you gotta give it to him on this one. This is gonna look great, so great, with the rest of your horror figures. And just to show some scale, here he is with some other NECA figures. You have Freddy versus Jason. Jason and a Freddy Krueger figure, and really, you can't go wrong with the height. He's gonna look fantastic on your Halloween, your NECA shelf, what have you. And if you go into Target now, or maybe this weekend, you will probably end up finding this figure. He was slated to be released maybe around the first week of November, but as sure as Halloween luck would have it, I was able to find this guy and do this fresh look. And of course, just for fun, here is another spirit of Halloween, Samhain himself, from the Mattel Real Ghostbusters, lined up with Sam. And I would say with two pumpkin-headed individuals on your shelves, you really can't go wrong. So that's going to do it for my fresh look for you guys today. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I hope that I have convinced you enough to go and grab this awesome Trick or Treat Sam figure. I can't say enough nice things. From the articulation to the accessories, from the sculpt, the weathered look on his costume, the burlap sack, everything opens, everything works. You cannot go wrong with this figure. But I am curious to know what you guys think about him. Will you be adding him to your horror collection? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything NECA Toys. Did you like the Trick or Treat movie? Got any amazing plans for Halloween? Let's talk about it down in the comments section. I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, and when you do, I hope that wasn't too scary. When you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.